Hey, welcome back to the Blue Collar Off-Road Podcast, episode 241. We've been MIA for like a month. But a lot of shit's going on. I don't know about everyone else here, but I can finally say that I've rolled the Jeep all the way over. I'm kind of proud of that.
Yeah, multiple times.
In the
That
same
has been
weekend,
probably
Yeah.
within the same 24 hours, no?
within 12 hours of each other.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm talking
impressive.
about.
Luke, I'm so proud of you. You're just becoming like me, and I couldn't be happier.
So the funny part about that was we were talking shit about Jungle Wall and all that, and whatever. Oh fuck! Before I even go and start tooting my own horn, we've got Jake and Nick and Curtis tonight. So good little cast. Richie will be joining us sometime around half hour in. Catch up with him as well. My bad. Uh, Back to Golden, I guess. Rolled it on Jungle Wall and then rolled it on, I forget the name of the obstacle, but rolled it within 12 hours. Last obstacle of the day, first obstacle of the day.
Isn't
Top
rolling
three
on the first obstacle of the day the best thing in the world?
of
That's my
course.
favorite thing to do. I love it. I
really
just
good.
love starting the day by ruining everybody else's.
I'm
You're really
somewhat
good at it.
familiar with the concept myself.
And
I guess it's
Oh
my
yeah,
turn.
you did that too. I forgot about that at the s'more. That was
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Dude, I did that like 2 days in a row, too. I flopped it and then I rolled it the next day.
Oh my
I
gosh.
still remember that the first freaking obstacle, and Nick's laying on his side like, what the fuck? Nick started
I
a
need
tradition.
to continue the tradition, I
It
guess.
was rough.
It's
Jake,
it's an interesting feeling.
it's about time you roll your rig anyways. Let's see how good Kyle's welds are.
Yeah, the untested cage.
I was
The-
very
No.
relieved to find out that my cage worked.
It's yeah. It's a little
Okay.
scary, and then you're like, okay, I'm still alive.
Or I
I
gotta
mean, it
say
wouldn't be
this.
the first time because I did
Yeah.
flop the green. I did flop the green one. So
Yeah, didn't you
Yeah,
do that at
how do
Harlan?
you-
no, I did at Windrock.
Oh.
That's
It was
Windrock.
not fun. Yeah, Nick went to Windrock.
I did go to Windrock.
Influencer, bro.
Nick, are you
Eh.
turning into an influencer on us?
No, I cannot say that I am.
Oh.
Do
Kinda
you want
sad.
me to?
I mean, I want free stuff. I want
Hi,
free
Richie.
stuff via my friends. So
Look,
yeah, I want you to be an influencer.
an attempt was made, but I don't have the patience, unfortunately.
You wanted
You don't
to
have the patience to go
sip the
deal with a
water.
bunch of plebs while they try to wheel.
Dude,
And then you try to spot them through the easiest shit in the world and they can't figure out how to do it.
we can get to that later.
I can't say too much about that because I was flying the good driving flag last wheeling.
I
trip.
don't know. I
went
see
on,
you in a lot of
sliced a tire
influencer
and then
posts.
rolled twice. So I was the helpless one.
Yeah.
You should talk about your trip then. Go off.
Went to
Yeah,
Golden.
how was Golden? Some of us
Golden-
have still not been there, so
Yeah, is that your first time going to London?
Yeah, first time going to Golden. My thoughts on Golden are Golden's a really cool park. There's a lot of really hard to do shit right off of the access trails, which is fucking dope. So it's kind of like an amusement park because you can be right back to the camp real quick. I went with Bronco-ish and White Green and White Green's group, and it was a good time. Bronco-ish was a fucking awesome passenger.
I miss him. I hope he's doing well.
He's cooking on that fucking buggy build. I'm thinking he'll be done by spring without a doubt.
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, or I was talking with him. I'm like, I'm not going to beat on the rig. It's probably going to be the last, like good hurrah of the season. So I'm going to try and avoid the rev limiter, clutch dumping stupidity that I like to do. So I successfully did that. There was no rev limiter the entire weekend because there was traction everywhere. Just my rig may or may not have decided to keep ending up on its roof.
I think that's more of a
So
skill issue.
there was a distinct lack of fucks. Bronco-ish is bad about that because he's like, yeah, you kind of got to just skirt the nose over a little bit. And, if you want to get on it a little bit, it seemed pretty stable from where I'm sitting. So, okay, cool. We'll get on it. And I kept getting denied on some of the harder stuff there, but it was just a good time. We bebopped around and ran, I think, 4 trails that night. And we finished up at Jungle Wall because the group that was there, some of the guys wanted to go back, the rest of us were going out, and Justin Flores made it up Jungle Wall. I was following him. I did not make it up Jungle Wall. We got it winched back over. That was a second gear clutch dump, but it's also trying to like hop up onto the wall itself, so I'll let that one slide. And he looks over at me and he's like, well, fuck, you good? I'm good. You good? I'm good. All right, cool. Let's get out and so we hopped out of the rig. There wasn't anything badly broken except it had broken the battery mount. So the battery was hanging by the fucking terminal cables, which was
Oh, that's really good because
Yeah, that's
a
nice.
bunch of steel batteries just floating around. You could have welded
yeah. So
or turned your whole Jeep into a giant electrode.
yeah.
You could have. That would have
So
been spicy.
we kind of dealt with that before we got it back over, and then ratchet strapped the battery down for the rest of the weekend and called it a day. A lot of ratchet straps, all of them around the B pillar, right at that angle point. That battery was held in there nice and secure, probably better than when the mount was in there. On another note, I need to actually climb in there and fully weld the mount in there because apparently when you roll it, it sees a little bit of stress or something. I don't know. I'm not a fucking expert on these things. But yeah, that
I
was.
mean, you could call me. I'm an expert on these things.
Do you have to fully weld it?
Yes.
Okay. Understood. The fuck up has been jotted down and will eventually get corrected.
Very good.
So, anyways, Curtis, you'll appreciate this. It comes back over, reconnect the battery, do all that other fun stuff. Flip the key over and just hit the start button. Fired right up on all 6. No smoking, no problems. Drained out like half a gallon of oil. Not half a quart. It was like fucking a lot. So, just casually putted it out of the woods, and I'm like, we'll take it easy tomorrow. Didn't take it easy the next day. I'm trying to see if I've got the name of the obstacle that I rolled on. But it was at the back of the park. It was a good, like, buggy line that we were fucking around on. Justin hopped up on it and his nose kept getting light, but I wanted to try doing a stupid line and that didn't work, so I tried the main line, thinking it was just going to be a nice little simple fall to the side if we did fall over. Nah, I fucking barrel rolled it. It just picked up the nose and away it went, and it barrel rolled off onto the side of the Jeep, over the top, and then it landed on top of a rock and kept like a slab rock kept sliding, and then it went over again back onto its roof. So that was cool.
Yeah, if that tree wasn't there, you would have kept going.
I'm very thankful for that tree.
Yeah,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that would have been a
Things.
lovely ride.
It
Mhm.
was I took a moment after we had like stopped because while we were in the middle of the roll, I'm shutting the fucking power off. I'm shutting the Jeep off. Like you can see in the video where the reverse light had been left on. When that dies, I'd killed all the fucking power to the Jeep, and it was just kind of like going over. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? How did I manage to do this twice in 12 fucking hours? But, you know, double check that everything's all there and get out. The fall out of the rig is worse than the roll by a lot. So, like,
Oh yeah, once you pop harness.
I'm buying a helmet. I've decided Mike is correct, and I'm okay with being a pussy. That shit hurt.
What would you do? Wait, how did you hit your head when you popped the harness off?
Yeah. Because it was all the way over on the roof. It wasn't on its
I mean,
side.
yeah, it was mine.
Yeah, I have not done it. My roll. I ended up on my side. So
As I say, you
little
just.
I stuck my
I
arm
guess
up. Like
there is
I was
not a good way to get out of that without basically curling up into a ball on the roof.
Mhm.
well, I
Yeah.
was trying to like support myself while I was popping the harness, but it had tracked mud and shit in, so I just hit a large like pile of mud, and my hand slid the second that weight came onto it, and
Oh
like
yeah.
so I ate shit getting out of there and felt like shit for the rest of the day after that, and kind of just petered around the park. I had to put another gallon of oil into it after that one because it took a little while to actually get it back up and over. It took uh, Wyatt's rig, a snatch block, and another Jeep to like actually get it back over. And since I had fucking sliced a Mickey, well, it fucking popped the spare on the way over, so we had to winch it back over partially to fill the spare up to get it out of there because at that point I was kind of fucking done.
Hmm. Well, you successfully did an oil change.
I
Yeah.
have even changed the dash oil. I would go that far. Apparently, it's very important to do around 400,000 miles. Because that poor
400,000.
shell. Yeah, dude, that poor shell has like 400,000 on it.
That's insanity.
It just keeps chugging along. It's terrible. But,
It's fine.
Yeah. No, well, how's the cage after all that shenanigans?
it's a little mangled, but it's not mangled enough that I'm gonna care. I'm putting an A-pillar spreader in it just so that way it like keeps the nose a little bit more intact, and I've got a better idea as to where I want to put my front light
Wait,
bar.
wait. So what you're saying is A-pillar spreaders are necessary.
I mean, I'm not saying that an A-pillar spreader is entirely necessary because
I
I
wish
just
I
went
had a
through a
Jamie to
barrel
tell to
roll.
pull up the clip of you saying that they're not necessary.
I mean, it did go through
All
a
the
barrel
clip.
roll perfectly fine, uh, without an A-pillar spreader. But since I'm going to be down this winter and I'm not wheeling due to other things, I might as well throw an A-pillar spreader in it, and like it's time. I've hit the point where I'm an idiot now, a professional idiot, if you will.
I
Hi,
didn't
Richie.
realize that you still never had a spreader.
Yeah, I didn't
Nope.
either.
It's had double A pillars and no spreader for a hot minute.
I think I honestly would rather have double A's than a spreader, in my opinion.
I
I'm
think
gonna be real. The double A's fucking 120% worked because where it kinked all the tube and bent the roof in. Yeah, I'm happy with them.
Yeah, you would have ended up like that. What's the other guy? Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Gaddy.
Hit that point a
Gaddy,
long
you would have
time
ended up
ago,
like
Luke.
Gaddy with a folded-in A-pillar.
Yeah, Gaddy's was rough.
That was
Yeah, that
real
one
rough.
was rough to watch.
Yeah, but he did do a full-on endo right through the
Backflip.
roof. Yeah, backflip.
He
Do a
backflipped
kickflip.
that one.
Yeah.
My cage is stout. I will say that it did not give an iota of a fuck. The 120 wall bent in a couple of spots, and like whatever, it's 120 wall, it's gonna fucking do that.
Yeah, my 120 wall's bent when from where I rolled.
Mm.
But don't you have
Yeah.
your A isn't it slugged with quarter, Luke?
It slugged 2/4 for a little bit, yeah.
Or 2/4?
There's like a foot and a half of, I think it's a foot and a half or 2 feet of 120 inside of the 120 for the actual A itself, just to keep that whole area intact, and it did what it was supposed to do. It's ugly, and and in hindsight, I probably would have just bent a 188 8 continuous A pillar and just done that all the way to the back
See,
down to the C.
I think that's a superior thing, but when we all built our cages, like nobody was doing 180.
Well, hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
Is
Like, oh fuck, with the amount of money that I have into just random shittery, right? It would have made more sense to, in 2020, have said, fuck it, I'm just going to buy that goat built subframe and went to town instead of doing all the other shit that I did. But I did a bunch of other shit that's let me, or that just kept the rig going, and it wasn't a massive change. It was just slow, incremental stuff, and I don't know. Things change, we evolve, we learn more. That's why I keep yelling at Mike to do his suspension right.
Yeah, because that's honestly once you do it, you're stuck, right?
Yeah. Well,
And
he does good work too, so like I'm not expecting anything other than good work out of him. But
yeah, no,
before we
that LJ is gonna be really cool.
I completely fucking agree. Since we're on the actual subject of wheel note, Nick, how was Windrock?
How was the influencer fest? Is the real question.
Well, it was something.
Something more than nothing?
Yeah, so I went for the crawl, obviously, Great American Crawl. So was like, because I was like, this will be a nice little trip. I'll go my last trip of the year, take Sarah with me. It shouldn't be too bad. Like, obviously it's Windrock, but like, I didn't think it would be too bad. Started out the drive down there, probably the worst drive that I've ever had going to a trip. Well, yeah, I would say that, and that's putting it above the time that the motor in my truck blew up and I sat in a parking lot for 8 hours.
You're what?
That's saying something.
When I in 2020 when I went to Harlan for the first time ever, and the motor in my Yukon blew up in the middle of Kentucky, and then I sat in a parking lot for 8 hours while my dad towed my brother's truck down. This is putting this above that because halfway down it started torrentially downpouring, and granted it's only about a 4-hour drive. It's pouring in the dark in the mountains of southern Kentucky and northern Tennessee.
That's rough.
And then
I completely understand.
And then I was actually warned, I was forewarned by a customer earlier in the day that whatever the exit is that Google tells me to take, do not take it, take the next one, because the first one takes you on some sketchy little back road, not the main road in through Oak Ridge. And what did I do? Not pay attention and take the exit that it told me to, and ended up on a sketchy little 2-lane back road in the middle of the hills. In the dark, in the rain, and that sucked. And then I went over a train track crossing, and I didn't realize that it was like a little S curve over the crossing. And then I saw a car oncoming that like appeared to be in my lane because it was an S curve, and I was like, "What?" And then I realized I had to whip this train track crossing. Dumped my trailer into the train tracks, like off the edge of the crossing. Blew a trailer tire, and then proceeded to drag my trailer with a flat tire for like 15 or 20 minutes into town. And also had to do this really sketchy, like triple switchback road up a hill into town that literally had a sign that said it may be impassable during rain or snow. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And my truck is only two-wheel drive.
I
Crazy.
know the road you were talking about, Nick.
So I
Shit
was,
on
I
it.
as I as well. I as well know
Dude,
how
this
to.
sounds like trying to
dude,
get in and out of what is it? I think it's Turtle Cove or Turtle Cove? No. Dirty Turtle. Dirty Turtle Off-Road Park. There's one way when you go, because obviously we came in from the north because it's in Kentucky. But when we left to go to town, coming back up was absolute hell. It was kind of like you were saying, where it was like a triple switchback on like a 9% grade. Oh my god, it was terrible trying to get the rigs up that road. I would
dude,
not. I
this
can't imagine trying to do that shit in the dark in the rain
with a flat trailer tire.
with a flat trailer too.
Dude, I was so mad. Sarah said she was pretty sure I was like pretty close to inventing new swear words because I had ran out of normal swear words to use. Dude,
Fuck.
I was so heated. So that was the precursor. We stopped, got Mexican in town, which was good. Um, and then went up to the park, set up the the canopy and the rooftop tent in the rain. That was great. That was Thursday night. Friday, first day, we went down. I was invited to run with the Rockstar crew that they're doing the filming. I was
You
invited to run.
there, you.
Yeah. Look, I was curious to see how it would go because I was like, it'd be kind of cool to get in to like have an in to meet like the representatives that they have for all of the other companies, like the sponsor companies. Because like it'd be cool to have connections with like Yukon and Mickey Thompson and Bob Hoskins and all of that stuff. So I was like, I'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. Well, it rained more on Friday, and as you may know, I have permanent half doors,
Yep.
no side windows, no windshield, and a tarp of a roof.
Yeah, that's
So it was wet. Luckily, well, this was probably the only lucky thing of Friday was that we had went and bought rain suits, like the Frog Tog rain suits before we left. Conveniently enough. So these are about like $25 for the jacket and pants. Um, while I was trying to walk around my Jeep to get into it from the general store, I caught the pants on the trash can that was in front of my Jeep, one of the big metal ones, tore my pant leg from my hip down to my knee.
Oh my
fuck
gosh.
And I
that.
was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I
So
went
you
in, I
had a
was
lot
like,
of fun.
you got like I need some rain pants. You have anything? So I ended up buying $45 rain pants
What?
because I was like, I'm not about to get soaked. Like I will be
Yeah.
even more miserable than I already am if I'm soaked.
Mhm.
So I'm still salty about how much I just spent on those, but it was really nice having dry legs the whole time.
Huh.
Um, so we finally made it out on the trail. Uh, Made it to the trailhead. Had to wait there. One of the other rigs had thrown a drive shaft U joint before we even made it to the trail, so we had to sit there while they were fixing that. And then we were running the trail. Ran the trail. It was going pretty good. Obviously, it was a little slower because they have the camera guys, they have a photographer, and then a videographer. And so it was like the game of like slingshot, like get them up the trail and then record people and then get them back up the trail and whatnot. Um, they may or may not have accidentally got left behind at one point.
These things will happen.
Yeah. So we had to wait for them to go get them. Um, got up to the end of the trail. I don't know if I would get yelled at to say what they did because they haven't released anything yet, so I'm not. Just not that I necessarily care, but since I have friends that are involved. So, we got up to the end of the trail, final ledge section. bigger obstacle up at the end of the trail, the
Mm,
bypass. Um, Finally got my turn, threw down, blew the tires off, ended up making it up the ledge. I think I was one of like there was probably like 20 rigs that was overall because the Rockstar group was running, and then some group of Jeeps from Canada just were following us too.
Well, yeah, because they're Rockstar, dude. Don't you know? Rockstar's like
Um,
Rockstar, bro.
yeah, so there was just like an extra couple of Jeeps behind, probably four or five, I think, behind us. And then also while we were at the end, because so Cam had a power steering line blowout. Uh,
not ideal.
After no, it was a return and it had rubbed on her pulley because apparently Austin didn't zip tie it back up,
Oops.
supposedly.
More often.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
But anyway, so she had pulled off to fix that, so they were fixing that. I made it up the obstacle. I was one of like I think maybe four rigs that made it up. So I'm really hoping I get a little clip in the video for Windrock when they put the video out. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be, in fact, dope.
Because I was trying to throw down because I was the outsider. Um, and I did. And then so that happened. There was a couple other people that like came across us that were running the trail, I think, because there was a TJ from Indiana, like just some random. And I feel like I've heard the guy's name or I've seen it on Instagram or something like that. It's like a navy blue TJ. He had winch problems. He was trying to winch up because, dude, the bypass was so sloppy. Like you had to winch up the bypass
Yeah.
hill.
That sounds like some of the spots at Windrock.
Yeah, Cameron Cole, which he posted about this, so that's fine. He rolled there. I'm not even sure how that happened. I get to see it happen. I was like head down trying to pull cable to get some of the Jeeps up the. I was pulling cable for Cam at the time to get her up the bypass after she got fixed, and somebody was like, Cameron rolled, and I was like, what? Other like Cameron with a C, not a K. There's too many same names. Um, and I looked up and I just saw the roof of his Jeep, and I was like, that's not like behind Cam's Jeep, and I was like, that's not ideal. So we ended up spending probably 4 hours at the end of this trail while people were fixing stuff and they were getting that Jeep, which we even left like halfway through them getting Cameron Cole's Jeep back up and running because there was already three people in the engine bay, and we were like, how many people do we really need doing this? So like
At
the
some
front
point,
the front half of the group split off, and this was at like 9 p.m. I think at this rate. We had already missed the night run that we were supposed to be in charge of because Cam had organized it and said that it was going to be led by a bunch of Cherokees, being her, me, Garrett, Austin, Brandon Carroll, the usual suspects.
I'm kind of sad that I missed that.
Well, you didn't miss much because we missed it too.
You know,
Uh,
I
we
had
didn't we didn't get back to camp until like 10:30 or something like that. Had already missed them going out for the night run. So I think Tammy, damn it, Tammy, I'm pretty sure got called in to lead that night run instead. So
you
you
know,
can't don't be too mad because we missed it.
I did also have like one of them fucking phenomenal days. So it
Yeah.
was I was riding high. I'm kind of sad that I missed going wheeling, but hearing that it was a shit
You
show, I don't feel bad
yeah,
about
you really didn't miss too much because I know so we obviously we had a cluster running with the film crew, which Cam said it's not usually that bad of a time, but like everybody was not having a good time. I know Austin and Garrett went out running with Matt and Aaron. If you guys know, I know Jake knows Matt and Aaron for sure.
Mhm.
Silver LJ Matt.
it. Oh,
I can't remember what his last name is. Um,
I
and
can't remember
then
either.
um, they call him Houston. It's another Austin from Florida with the orange four-door Cherokee.
I'm
that
not
run,
familiar with
that
that
runs
one.
with him. You've maybe seen it, but I don't think you've ever met him. They were out running. I know they did 15 Friday. They did, I believe, Little Mule or Little School Bus, one of the two, something like that.
That route
Austin.
is so fucking fun. I want to do that with the boys. Run 15 into Little Mule and School Bus and do all that. That's just like a good solid 6 hour, 5 hour trip.
Apparently, it wasn't fun because of how sloppy it was.
I I could see that.
Austin apparently broke another transfer case and was trying to winch himself up the trail and broke his winch line like 5 times. So he has like 12 foot of winch line now.
Excellent.
Uh, there was some other stuff that was going on. I don't remember what all they said. So that was Friday. Um, Saturday was better. The sun was out, and we went to run. We ended up running with. We ran in with Brandon. Uh, it was like Brandon, a handful of people that he knew. I don't really know their names. It was like a buggy, like a bouncer style buggy. Um, a like orange YJ Brute style rig. A white TJ. I think a purple TJ. And then like it was me, Garrett, Cam, Austin, other Austin. Brandon was supposed to lead the group, made it halfway up the mountain to where the mountain bikes drop off, melted a
Yeah.
trans line, and it was dumping trans fluid everywhere. So he just left his Jeep on the side of the road and rode with one of the other guys. But we ran out 39 to Rail Trail and then popped up Trail 3 back to the main trail. So that took like the whole day because it was still wet, but not as bad. That's a little bit into the park, so we stayed moving the whole day pretty much, aside from stopping to get everybody through the obstacles. But that was a really good time. A lot better of a day Saturday. Rail trail is pretty cool. That was a really cool trail to run. And then we did
Not ideal.
we went to the raffle dinner thing that they do at the end. Uh, None of us won anything, and which is fine. But Garrett was because he was just chilling. He had a couple drinks, Garrett. He started.
That Duramax, Garrett.
Yeah.
Yes, Duramax Garrett. Which earlier in the day I think is when it started, but the drinks just amplified it at night. He was calling people big dog,
Big dog. I can hear it.
and then
That's funny.
he met one of the guys that he met when we were running on Saturday. One of the other guys in the group. He was probably this dude had quite a few to drink, and so they were both kind of egging on each other as people would win. They'd be like, "Big dog," and start clapping. We're like, "Yes, sir!" Just out of the side, some older guy won, and he had one of those hats that has the American flag in the mesh. The mesh is like red, white, and blue. American flag. That guy wins. Garrett's like, "Yes, sir!" Put his hand over his heart. He goes, "I pledge allegiance to the flag." Everybody's like, "What is going on?"
What is going on? Just a
But
bunch of drunk idiots.
yeah, that was funny. It was funnier to be there and see it, but we ended up we went back to camp. We did end up going out Saturday night. We ran 15,
15's fun.
but my Jeep on the drive back to camp before we went back out, which it's made a bit of a noise for a little while, like driving down the road, a very nice clunking noise.
Mhm.
And I found out what it is finally. It's the double cardan that's on my like the short part of my front drive shaft before the carrier bearing.
Let go.
No, it's ready to. Because I was like, I don't know, this thing's making noise, and everybody's like, oh, let's just go out, come on, we're just doing 15. And I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go out, we'll see if it gets worse. It did get worse. we were going 15, and it sounded like my motor was knocking
Excellent.
because of how loud that double carbon was going. Like even to where Garrett, like, you should probably just pull line, and I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea because 15 was sloppy. Like
Windrock when it's dry is fucking cool. Windrock when it's fucking wet is not.
Can't compare.
I would love to go back when it's dry because it is also a little bit too big of a park to me, which I know a lot of people say.
I mean, that's
Like,
basically what everybody says is the issue is that it takes 10 hours just to get to
yeah,
one
it's
trail.
just huge, dude.
I think Windrock would be a cool park for like 4 rigs to go out in individual
Yeah,
groups and
if
just
you
like,
had
you
a
know,
small crew to be able to keep moving would be way better.
because
Mhm.
that's been one of the things that I've been harping on is whenever you go to someplace big, I want to be in a small group during the day to just go cover ground and see shit. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, especially
Yeah,
at someplace the size of Windrock, it's like trying to get 20 people to the backside of Harlan sucks. Trying to get 20 people to the backside of Windrock's got to be fucking a nightmare.
Well,
dude.
you wouldn't
Yeah,
even
I
be
don't
able
even.
to do it. You would be able to get probably like a quarter way across the damn park, and it's like, oh, it's already evening, or well, we might as well just pack a dinner, and cook dinner on
Yep.
the trail because no way you're gonna make it back.
Yeah, dude, it's just even, dude, even the drive from the campground to the general store, dude, it's like 10 minutes on the road in a rig.
Yeah, you got to go around. Yeah, it's
Because
that's a drag too.
if you take the connector trail, everybody said that the connector trail takes like 20 minutes because it's
Oh
just
yeah,
like
it's a
a
big yeah. It's annoying.
sloppy, dirty like trail.
Well, it's
Like,
all rutted out. It's super rutted out now because so many people take it and then they take it when it's wet and then all the side
yeah,
by sides are constantly on it, so it's really rutted out.
yeah. So that's I was like, dude, my rig, like, I mean, I could drive on the road, but when I'm and also I bent my rear drive shaft, which shout out, it was actually a rough country drive shaft that I used as a spare after the Labor Day, well, halfway through the Labor Day trip to Harlan.
Oh yes, you
I
did
didn't think
delete
it.
that.
I
I
forgot
didn't
about
think,
that.
dude.
That
I
was
didn't think
funny.
that rough country was gonna be that thin of steel, but like it bent very easily. So I got to build a new rear drive shaft. I got to build part of a new front drive shaft.
2.5 inch quarter wall
Mm-hmm.
or thrift wall,
So
whichever you can get.
Or just poop pipe, whatever the poop pipe special is.
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. I should be able to just lop the ends off because the ends of this rough country shaft are still okay. I just need to lop the ends off and sleeve it.
Yep.
Yeah, if you end up needing it, I can also open up the ends of the DOM to fit over it. I have the
Yeah,
lathe.
I've got to see what the ID is because it's a 2 inch OD tubing. I'm not sure what the ID is because so that'll depend on if I'm going to do ID or OD. I'm not sure yet.
Quarter wall,
Gotcha.
fucking 2.5 inch.
Yeah.
Have
That's
you
what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. 2.5 inch, like 3/8 wall. No way. Like I have 2 inch quarter walls, and I don't. As far as I know, I don't believe I've bent them. And
I have
I mean,
I'm what 6 years into this rig, I think at this point,
yeah, something like that.
and I use them as skid plates constantly.
I've got a 2 3/4, I want to say. It's a big fucking tube, 188 wall rear shaft, and it's been boring.
Oh, I did also. I bent
It's
my
been
anti-wrap
boring.
cross member. I pushed my anti-wrap cross member up into my transfer case, so it's touching my T case now.
That's not great.
Ooh, that's
And
gonna make a nice party.
yeah, something's leaking a little bit more. That was like towards the end of the day, Saturday. So most of the big damage was end of the day Saturday, so it's not like it really saw much
You're
anyway.
gotta be careful about that. Your case might split.
Yeah, well, that's why like I took it easy on the night run that we did on 15.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I mean, I'm not going back out now until I fix everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fixing everything, should I get into me fixing everything that I gotta fix? We
might
should
as
go
well.
back. Let's go back in time. We'll go back in time to Harlan.
Back in
How's
time.
that?
Let's go back to Harlan. Harlan was a good time.
Oh, Harlan was
Harlan
such a
was a
good time.
it was a phenomenal time, but it was an absolute destructor of a trip for so many Jeeps.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think we lost a handful of Jeeps that weekend. That's for
There
sure, and
was
just general
abs
parts, just breakage.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I've
was
Before,
it
never
was
seen the Bonnie Rotten U joint before, but
yeah,
Harlan did it.
yeah.
I don't know, guys.
So I well, you guys already know this. Everyone knows this now, but to enlighten everyone else listening, I ran my Jeep on air, as an air cooled Jeep for too many hours. So I don't really know the maximum time allowable for an air cooled Jeep, but doing that definitely cracks heads. So this all spiraled from a core support breaking and pushing all the fans into the pulley and then breaking a fan. So now I only had two fans. So rocking two fans. Well, originally, I mean, I had the three fans. Everything was great. Before this, actually, even before then, I was rocking three fans and air cooled Jeep at Harlan before the Harlan trip before this, and it was doing fine. It was great. Was starting to knock, and I'm like, huh, I wonder if I have coolant. So this is even before then, is when it boiled over at AOP. The very first trip of the year is when it boiled over.
So
And
statistically, an air-cooled Jeep is good for at least one ride.
oh, it's easily one ride. You could get away with it if you have enough cooling. If you have enough uh CFM, you can get away with at least two-ish rides and you'll be okay. Now if you
So
get heavy on the foot on the second ride, you start having knock and then you're like,
not
We should,
great.
maybe
maybe we should put
maybe
some water in this.
dude, that
yeah,
thing took
yeah.
like gallons when we filled it up.
Yeah, at Harlan, it took all the whole quantity required to fill a Jeep cooling system. So it was 1,000% empty. Um, and I'm not surprised that the head is cracked. Like not even the slightest. The the what did it in was the death of one fan. So that was that sucks. But
It
so
was so you need 3 fans to cool the steam?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah,
But if you have
yeah.
water in there, you might get away with 1 or 2.
That's exactly what happened. So
No,
the
if
the
you have water
last
in there, you need about 7 or 8. Otherwise,
Oh,
it just overheats.
yeah,
understood.
I because it kept overheating with two fans and stuff kept pushing water with two fans, but also at the same time, this is after multiple days of just air and three fans. So there could be some other factors into play
Like the
there.
cracking in of the head?
Maybe potentially. Who knows? All I know is by the end of the trip, yeah, it was not happy. Head was not happy. And also, to add to this, since it was a turbo Jeep at one point in time in its life, it does have some fancy ARP head studs. So the head itself is definitely cracked. It did not lift.
Or it's either cracked or warped because it can still warp with
Yeah,
studs,
yeah.
which is so I'm
Mm,
understanding how bad it warped. Because I'm assuming you probably used a multi-layer steel gasket, which as soon as it cools down should technically seal back up.
yes.
But or you cracked the cylinder wall.
We're going to find out. I have yet
Yeah,
to
but
dig into it.
the fact
I
the
just
fact
threw it
that
into.
it's not smoking like a bitch constantly,
Mm-hmm.
I would wonder if the top of the cylinder head is got a crack in it.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
was thinking because when we
Well,
were
I mean,
filling it up with
it
coolant on the last
has
day, it was just It was just smoking out the bubbling and smoking out the fill on the last day,
So
and I was like,
what head does
okay.
that have in it? Does that have the 72 whatever, right?
I- I'm pr
7225 or whatever it is?
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
he is it a 7225 or is it a 0630? I don't remember what he put on
No, it's
there.
an 0630. It's an
I
06.
might have that. I might have that number wrong, but I think is that like the 96 era
No,
head?
the 630s are like a 98
Okay,
head.
so
Hang
it's like
on.
your 97 to 98 before the 0331.
Yeah, it's like a
Hang
97 to 99, I think is what it
Because
is.
hang on.
my
It is
96
an
that I
O.
had.
It has an 0630.
Okay,
Yeah, those were good. They were not the cracking heads. So I
my
mean, obviously the
90
circumstances are different since it got air cooled for so long.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's so that's the 98 to 99 head.
Yeah, right before the 0331.
Yep. Yep.
My 96 had an issue where it ended up cracking like on the top of the cylinder head, like in the chamber,
Hmm.
basically. So it would overheat, but like if you were driving down the road, it was perfectly fine and whatnot, but it would still overheat from time to time. And it turned out I never knew what happened. And then when I took that Jeep apart to steal parts off of it to put on when I built the white one the first time, it I sold the motor and then I ran into the guy that I sold the motor to at he was working at the auto parts store by the house. And I talked to him, I asked him about the motor and he's like, yeah, the head was cracked and it was real bad. I was like, well, I guess that fucking explains why that thing was overheated all the damn time.
Whoopsie.
Sorry,
Selling
boss.
people, selling people junk parts, bro.
Yeah, I guess. I was that junk parts. I was the Dom stack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez.
He threw it out
Uh,
there.
yeah. Well, so it does have an MLS head gasket too. So it's
Okay. Yeah, you
she's
definitely either warped or cracked the head. I'd go
yeah.
more in the line of warping it just because of the heat with no coolant
yeah, that
rather
would
than
be my bet.
cracking. Because
Yeah.
unless you took and dumped water on it, that was listed, not really likely to crack those heads. And I know fluke things do happen where it's do just crack. It does
Hmm.
happen.
Yeah, weird
Yeah.
shit never ever write off its ability to just happen.
Oh
Yeah.
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 No, I think that the head still has the capability of cracking. It's
I
I mean,
definitely
mean,
you should be able to
it's
figure
not
out
like
pretty
it.
quick.
yeah.
You just bring it. You just find an automotive machine shop, pull it off, and bring it there.
Well, I
Mhm.
And
mean,
thing of the
before you
matter
even
is,
do that, dude, pull valve cover. If there's a milkshake in the valve cover, you cracked it. If not, it's probably warped, or it did blow the head gasket out.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
and they
say,
do blow head
even with
gas.
an MLM gasket, the one thing you could try doing is
Or go to
taking and
Harbor Freight
retorquing
and
the head studs.
go to Harbor Freight and get a compression tester for like $25 and see what the compression
Yeah,
is on each cylinder.
Yeah, that would be. I think I'll probably start there first before anything,
That'd
just to
probably be the
see where I'm
easy way
at.
to do it.
I would
Yeah.
I would do the two easy ones. Go do that head or the compression test, and I would take and retorque all those head studs because there's a chance the head studs just came loose. They're not meant to last forever.
No, that has been known
I
to.
mean, that could very well could be a thing if it got
And
too hot
again,
too
Kyle
many
was the one
times
that
and
put those in there.
expanded.
So who's to say that he didn't tighten them down or didn't use Loctite or whatever? I don't know all the crap you
He
have to go
was
through with head studs.
Mine
he
said
was
anti-seize, so
yeah,
Was
he was very particular about some things, but then not very particular about other things. So like there's some stuff that was done really well on the Jeep, but then there's some stuff that was just thrown together. And I think
you
this
mean like
was one
throwing a
of the
Cummins turbo on a 4.0?
Dude, it's basically a
yeah.
Cummins, Curtis. It's a straight six.
It's straight six. It is Cummins.
It's the Clemens.
you know the funny part about that is I am going to have a spare HY35 laying around soon.
Please, for the love of God, do not do it.
Man, it's too much turbo for a 4 liter.
It is way too much. You'll go beyond 15 pounds under 2 grand RPM. Easy. and then you'll just bend rods.
Cool.
What? Rods don't bend.
They eject.
Yeah, you just eject on 4 liters. First the skirt goes, and then the rod decides to delete itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
yeah.
honest.
They don't.
I'm not doing a single fucking thing to that 4-liter other than I might finally change the junkyard oil filter that's on it, drain the pan, and put fresh oil in it, and then go and refill everything and then forget about it.
I mean, you did just kind of do an oil change.
I did just kind of
So,
do an oil change, but it's got like 0 weight 30 JK oil in it right now, and there's like
ugh.
3 quarts of that just so that way the gauge wasn't buried on the bottom. So I should
Yeah.
probably just go give it some 1540 and like pretend that I care about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah,
Give
it's
it the old
fine.
tractor oil. Tractor oil.
Nah.
It is
Loves
a
tractor.
tractor. It also helps when you have to change the dash oil. Heavier oil makes the job easier.
I mean, you might as well just put fucking gear lube in it at this point.
It's
Yeah.
still,
Dude, I have witnessed Brandon Mountain do that before, so
I mean, anything for oil pressure, right?
yeah,
Just put the high volume oil pump on it. Then you don't have to worry about oil pressure because it'll just be 80 all the time.
I
dude,
will
just
say,
do it. Just do a
Dude, the
dry
oil.
sump.
Yeah, dry sump. Why not?
Dry sump of 4.0.
Yeah. No.
no. It's still leaking oil from the dash too. So that is, it's like little puddles in the Jeep. It is fucking hilarious.
Is that from your gauge?
No,
Where,
the gauge
where
is an
the
electric sending unit.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, mine had too after I rolled it. We're just randomly a bunch like into the Jeep.
Yeah, it ran up, or it ran into the cowl, and then from the cowl it ran out the dash. So like around my gauges had oil pouring out of it.
Curtis, I still can't understand how you rolled on waterfall like first right off the trailer. I'm still like
Oh,
so
no, it's
confused
not.
how you did that.
It's not right off the track because we did it the night before. And I
Yeah,
went.
Oh yeah.
I went when we did it the night before. I shot up right next to the tree there, and so when it started sliding to the left, I just figured, fuck, I'll just slide it to the left. It went up right there last time. It'll be perfect fine. And as soon as I realized that it was too late, I hit the brakes. And literally, I think me hitting the brakes is what sent it up and over. Because if you watch the video, like it hit and then it was just like, done. I like it like stopped and then was done.
Yeah.
I
You could have
should
done it
drop.
like you could have done it like Michael, and his rear axle kind of just did a weird slide, like a cha-cha slide to the right, and then
I
it
can
just kind of
post
kick
the
flipped.
good video that Logan just see recently in oh maybe I can't. I'm gonna try
You know what you
sending.
should do? You know what you
There it
should do? You
is.
should post that on Instagram because you never post anything on Instagram.
Brother, I don't post shit on Instagram.
I know.
sorry, carry on.
No, I'm just heckling him for not posting anything on Instagram.
I'm not a social media guy. I barely even
I
check the freaking Facebook message group.
I know, but some people,
Hell,
I don't know.
when is the last time I guess it was just recently when I said something in the chat group.
You were
Yeah,
I
just
was just
going
today.
off on
heckling
that
somebody.
today. You were going off on that today. I'm gonna be.
Me?
I have not
You
checked that.
and you were chatting on the Facebook chat like a pretty good amount today,
Oh,
weren't you?
I said a few things. We were
You were
talking
Yeah,
you.
about we were
the
talking about
tism
the
was risen.
Well, to be fair, everybody was kind of going off in there today.
Mm-hmm.
because he was saying that once he said something about needing or being about caster, that's when I kind of
Yeah,
jumped in for a little bit because
everybody
I
was kind of
actually
going
had
off about.
time to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, Justin's trying to figure out his front end. That thing's gonna be
Yeah.
sweet when he finishes it up.
And when
I
he
have been,
finally finishes it,
Yeah. Um,
so what is he doing at the moment? Because I haven't checked that group in like 3 weeks.
So this is a different group.
This is
Oh.
the Walt chat and Facebook.
This is Facebook wall chat,
I see.
which is currently going off right now. Actually, Justin is putting Texas Walt is putting in a LS and chopping a little bit off the front of his CJ.
Sick.
Yeah, yeah. And what else? What axle is he throwing under there? I forgot.
No, I think it's the same axle he had. It's a Kingpin 60 front.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He's just it's getting converted to a 4-link, so it's getting all new everything on it.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense.
Sweetness. I don't have anything interesting planned for the Jeep, but the truck's getting the S300 like this weekend. So that's gonna be cool. Other than
That'd be
that,
sweet.
we
Are you
putting
gonna
off.
target more boost with that?
Oh yeah, more
What
boost, way more airflow. I think it's got a 40 psi spring in it right now, so I'm probably just gonna leave that alone and call it a day. It 4-inch exhaust, but it cracked the adapter, or at least I think it cracked the adapter for the HX or HY, whatever the fuck is on the truck at the moment. I forget. And it has a heinous exhaust leak, so every time you build boost, it just sounds like absolutely hammered dog shit, and I can't take it anymore. So it's getting fixed the right way.
Well, that's
completely
good.
understandable.
More boost, bigger turbo, less play in the turbo, nicer exhaust. Boring pawpaw truck continues to be slightly less boring.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put some drag slicks on that thing pretty soon and take it down to the quarter.
What the fuck is the point of that? Oh boy, we're gonna go watch an 18-second quarter mile.
Yeah,
Like, I'll
for
race
shits and
you.
giggles.
I'll race you.
Ooh, that
You'll
would actually be a good
probably win,
race.
because
The old Maggie screaming along.
Dude,
you gotta. Yeah.
I'll get you off the line all day long, but then after that I
Ooh.
can't promise anything.
No, the
No,
problem with the Cummins manual is everyone's like they're cool, and
I guess with
everyone's
the
like
manual that's fair because
fucking
Luke and
cool.
Baby and I were going back and forth between our trucks, but the manual's definitely
Cool. Let me build boost in third. All right, sick. I've got boost in third. Grab fourth. Oh, I lost a bunch of boost. All right, rebuild that. All right, let's grab fifth. Oh, fuck. We're back on our face. All right, cool. Can we carry this through? Nope, six. It fell flat on its face because you're shifting a fucking grant or like an ancient, truck transmission. It doesn't move quick. So, like, fucking SM465 and an NV5600 is a lot better, but it ain't that much better either.
dude,
Still
I've got consistent boost for 3 gears and that's it.
you didn't even
Yeah.
break down your build, by the way, Nick. You didn't talk about your build.
What, the
Truck
truck?
build.
I did.
Truck
I
build.
got to test it towing for the first time to Winrack 2 with the supercharger.
How was it?
Well, it does tow better, but gas mileage is worse.
Shocking.
I can imagine. You're adding more boost, which means you need more fuel. So you're just naturally going to burn more fuel.
Yeah, but the other thing is the tune definitely there's room for improvement on the tune because I towed it back to Illinois to get it tuned by a guy that I know back there. That he's tuned like some of my brothers and my brother's friends stuff before. So we didn't really have like a great baseline. My wideband sensor was acting up the entire time. I don't have a boost gauge yet, so we didn't know exactly what boost it was putting out. We were just kind of guessing. So like there was quite a few variables that we were just kind of like going out on a limb with the tune. It was just a street tune too, so I don't know exactly what it makes, but it's definitely a lot peppier, that's for sure. Um, so like there's improvement that can be made on the tune that I think would help me pick up a little bit of mileage again, a little bit of gas mileage again. Not that it was like that great before because it was still a Chevy 6 liter and they're not like the most fuel efficient motors on the planet.
How bad is it now? Like 7?
Well, between and also so here, I did. I did the math between Oak Ridge. I filled up like at Oak Ridge, but before getting on the highway, and then I filled up not a, but and then we stopped in Richmond, um, Kentucky, which that's a very decent stretch of some solid hills.
Yes, it is.
So this is definitely like to the low end, probably. This is probably to the lowest end you could be for gas mileage in a 2 hour stretch. Uh, but it got 5.5 miles to the gallon.
Oof, that is rough.
Brother.
Yeah.
Brother. That hurts. I'm like happy about my 15 and you're over here at 5. I do want to ride in that thing because I
Dude,
imagine it fucking
it
boogie.
was it's good. When it's unloaded, it boogies. And the boost hits that Maggie, the boost hits pretty hard on the Maggie. Um so towing was a lot nicer. Like a lot of the hill climbs that aren't like super long, the truck is actually able to stay in
Yeah, it's
overdrive the whole
painful.
time instead of downshifting in a third and screaming. So like I could hit some of the hills and make it all the way to the top in overdrive. So that was cool. I do think the other thing too, I need to get a boost gauge to see because Trey actually had been commenting at Jason about his build and mentioned boost cruising, which I wasn't even thinking about, but I was wondering if I'm borderline in boost, trying to push like 75 plus towing instead of dropping it to like 70. I'm wondering if I'm on that borderline of being in boost and dumping fuel and that being part
Yep.
of it too, aside from the hill climbs. So I need to get a boost gauge to see like where I'm at cruising around, especially since my wideband's not working and I haven't had a sec to diag it to get a warranty on it. So I do think there's room for improvement on the fuel mileage. If they can get me back to at least closer to where I was before, I was at like 8 or 9. Like it wasn't
That's
really
not
that good.
terrible.
It's better than 5.5.
I do
Well,
know
I
personally.
mean, how are you honestly going to change your boost cruising issue?
By not
'Cause-
doing 75 or 80 and doing 70 instead,
Okay, I guess that's a
Less
pretty good
load.
point because you don't.
and being at a slightly lower RPM and
Less
like
load.
I guess that makes
less
sense because
load.
I know, like my truck, if I do 60 miles an hour on the dot, I get god awful fuel mileage. But if I do
What?
55, it is immaculate.
Yeah,
Mm.
like if
No,
I can
it's
find
terrible. Right
So
at 60
chasing-
for some reason.
if
So
I can catch
chasing
the
me
sweet spot.
and oh, sorry.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, when you were chasing me back to Michigan from Harlan, you were probably getting terrible fuel economy.
Not
we were
really.
going like we were
No, it
going
was.
like 80, 75, 80.
I see that's a weird one. Is like 80's fine. It just the train like hot at 80,
Oh,
but it doesn't get too hot. Does that make sense? Like it'll creep up to like 220 and stick right there.
mm-hmm.
That's
It won't
still
get any. It
zesty,
won't get
but
any
that's
warmer
where
or any cooler. It stays
Yeah.
between like 215 to 220, especially in the
Same.
mountains.
Same.
don't the Allisons run like 215 normally?
No, if I do not have the trailer and I just run the freeway, I will not go over 185.
Huh.
I throw the trailer
not
on there.
bad.
It's normally like if I'm not being an asshole on the freeway and doing 80, if I stick at 70, it's usually in the neighborhood of like 195, 205 area.
That's toasty
Mhm.
still, dude. When I did all this, I put a bigger transcooler in. I'm running. So I used to run probably about 160 with beforehand. I'm probably running like 140, 150 now if I'm just cruising.
There is a point at which it's not
That's
good
sick.
to run a trans too cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's hard. It's actually really hard on all your clutches and your steels.
You know what else is hard on my clutches is when my truck money shifts at $5,000 when I'm foot to the floor with a blower now.
I bet it is.
Like,
The 4L80 loves it, or 6L80 loves fucking life.
no,
No, that's a
it's a
four.
four. It's a
That's a
four.
Oh,
four.
good lord.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh
I found
god.
like I took baby for a rip down the street by work, and dude, well, like I said, that it's an older Maggie, but dude, it when it hits boost, when that bypass closes and everything, it fucking hits, and like,
Nice.
dude, it'll kiss $5,000 real fast. Like
Sweet.
if you put foot down, it'll smack 5 Gs and bang shift. Like
Love it.
which that was funny too in itself. Like when I was getting the tune done, and my tuner, he was like in the passenger seat with the HP tuners and shit up, and he's like, you know, it's like I'm gonna lock it in whatever gear. I need you to do a foot to the floor, wide open pole, and we're like driving around. He's like, "Do you want me to tune the trans any which way? Like, do you want it firmer or whatever?" And I was like, "I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea because." My brother's the one that has all the cool fast cars. I've never gotten anything myself tuned, so I don't know what I want. I was
Did
like,
you
but I'm gonna be
firm
towing,
it
so
up
I
a little
probably
bit?
don't need anything crazy. I think he firmed him up a little bit, but nothing crazy. Because I told him I was like, I'm gonna be primarily towing with this. Like, I don't need him to be. I don't need like smack shifts every single time it shifts. Like my brother's SS, he got the Koza tune, the Koza special tune where he works, and dude,
Mm-hmm.
that thing hits gears. It grabs gears pretty hard.
Makes
Like
them.
I was like, I don't really need that. I was like, they're like somewhere around stock's okay. Like doesn't need to be crazy, but
I was just say you don't want to be
Mm-hmm.
towing uphill and
yeah, and have
downshift
it
and just
just
absolutely
slamming a
slam a gear
gear,
and
dude. Yeah,
just
That would
snapping
be
your fucking neck.
horrible.
dude,
There'd
that
be a
is what I was.
chiropractor
Gosh.
appointment at a trip anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was
Dude.
scared of. I was like, I don't want to do that because like when it well, like if you get up the hill and it drops into third, like it'll grab third pretty decent sometimes. And I was like, that's the last thing I need to do is for it to drop out of OD into third and just like blow something up.
Yeah, that would not be optimal for sure.
No, but it's running good now. Like I mean, it runs good. I did do a bigger fuel pump. I have to run premium now, which that's fine. Um,
5
These are
miles to the
all
gallon in premium is not fine.
That hurts a lot.
it's
Oh,
fine. It's
like the more I
fine.
think, the more you like just put all the like the numbers out there. I'm like, man,
It's
is
not
it me?
good, but if you don't think about it and you just listen to the like it's
I do I do
look.
understand.
So also premium is like it's more expensive, obviously. It's not like as outrageous as I was expecting. So 93, dude. I filled up at the Bucky's in Richmond, and the 93 there was like $2.99
It's
a
not
gallon.
fine.
Fuck you. That's still cheaper than diesel.
Which,
Yeah, I was just
yeah,
about to
so
say
like
that's cheaper than diesel.
it's not
But 5
terrible.
miles
Which
to the gallon's not it.
No, exactly.
no,
I was just gonna say
so so that's why
the
like
numbers.
it's
Hey,
bad, but that's why I think I need to take a little bit of time and dial it in and go get another tune up with my guy, but
yeah.
or I either need to buy an HP tuners and I need to do some data logging. So I have to spend a little money to dial this in. But I think it's doable to get
So
me
what you're saying is
close
you
to.
have to become the wizard.
I need to become a bit of a wizard, but not a full wizard.
Mm,
I'm not gonna
close.
say that I regret doing this at this point because it does tow better. Um, I have enjoyed it, and
I
it's
don't
definitely a
even
unique truck now.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's cool.
Yes.
It's just it's sick. It's
Dude, also, I put the. It's not the biggest. I was a little disappointed. I wanted the biggest heat exchanger I could get. I had to settle for the second biggest heat exchanger that Mishimoto makes. Such a shame,
All right,
really.
you couldn't fit
But
the biggest one.
dude, not quite. Dude, the biggest one is big. So,
so it
Mm.
is cool then.
dude, so I think the highest my intake air temp saw, uh, and this was on like a sustained one of the big hill climbs there going down there where I'm sitting at like 3 grand or 3,500 for like 5 minutes, and that thing would really be churning off some heat. I think it maybe hit like 120.
Oh,
Ooh.
I was gonna say 69.
Like it was really not bad. Like 120 on a supercharger setup is really not bad. And I even told my brother
No.
that, and he was like, "Yeah, that's pretty good." There's also 3 gallons of coolant in my blower cooling system, so
Wow.
that kind of
That'll keep them
kind
pretty
of helps.
freaking cool.
Yeah,
If you get that hot, you've got a lot of shit hot.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So overall, it's pretty good. I need to do some dialing in.
At
Pretty.
one of the trips next year, I want to throw you for a rip in my truck, but I also want to take a rip in that thing. Just
Dude,
for the
it's a
2000.
We'll
yeah,
just have to go back to Harlan and go take showers.
yeah.
Mhm.
Nick's
Dude, we'll
always
just
driving
line
for the
up.
showers.
Yeah, it was weird there seeing my truck pull up while sitting in the back of
Yeah,
Nick's.
dude, that was so odd.
uh, I'm just, I'm fucking excited. That S300 is gonna be wild. I know we're getting close to when I said I wanted to close it, but can I go prattle on about some of the other shit that kind of delayed us for like a month here?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Because I want to
so,
know. You made me
so
freaking wait.
I did, I
That's the only
did.
reason I'm still here.
So the
I'm just
reason that,
kidding.
well, we still love you, Curtis.
I know you
Oh,
do.
um, so we've been house shopping. We found a house that we liked. We put an offer in. Ran into issues with the bank, and the foundation being the wrong type for the build, and like it was a modular, and just there's a bunch of other shit that just made it end up not happening. And so the reason I wasn't at Windrock as well is we just kind of were like sitting here going, this is fucking stupid. We'll go get different financing, do whatever. And like we were looking at land, and she went and she started looking at modulars, and it's like, oh fuck, that's the house that we were about to, or very similar to the house that we were about to buy, like an updated model of it. Oh, that's like 120 grand. All right, fuck it. How much for the land? And then like we started putting everything together, and you can get more for doing a lot more work, but it's a lot more land and a lot nicer house. So, while you were at Windrock, we went and we drove around. We looked at 15 different double wides because we're classy like that. It's not going to be a single wide, it's going to be a double wide.
Dude, there's
And
some nice double wides out there.
dude, one of the ones that we're looking at, the package to like actually get it installed and everything is 200 grand, but that's like with the
Yeah,
septic, that's with the fucking power connection, that's with the well, that's with everything dropped off.
that's
And
really
then
not. I mean, theoretically, it's not terrible because like people don't realize how much that stuff adds up on top.
well, that's exactly it. It's like, all right, cool. And then we were looking at land, and there's a 10.9 acre plot that we like. It's got an access road running up it already because it's been logged. So we were just going to clear out one of the areas that had been logged, get that put in kind of close to the road, and like, all right, cool. We've now got 10 acres to go fuck around on, and we've got a house that's relatively new in an area that's really far out of town. Because where we're looking is like 45 minutes from Knoxville, 40 minutes from Cleveland, 45 minutes from like Chattanooga. So we're kind of in the middle, like as far
Oh
out
yeah,
from them as you
Yeah, it's
can get.
middle. That is literally
yeah,
middle Tennessee.
that's solid.
And it's like, all right, cool. We're just going to go. And it's been fun looking at land. Like looking at houses is all right, but looking at land is cool because it's like, all right, sick. I'm gonna go lace my boots up and go hike around and decide where I want to build shit. All right,
I
fucking A.
I think for like guys like us, looking at land is definitely way cooler because like we get to see the potential in it
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
with how we all are.
and
Yeah,
like
exactly.
with her, the places like the modulars that we were looking at are all close enough in cost that across a 15-year mortgage, it really doesn't fucking matter. So she gets to go and pick out what she wants, which means that she gets to be happy and she can do like she denies that it's cottage core, but it's cottage core. Uh,
Hmm.
and she gets to pick out the house with the bathroom that she wants and all the other stuff. So like, cool, that's done. I get enough land out of it that like, all right, I want to go and throw up a concrete pad. All right, sick. I have a concrete pad down the road. I can go and build a, shop on that and then go from there. So, yeah, this adult thing takes a lot of fucking time and it requires a lot of fucking driving.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot of work too to get everything right.
But my living situation where I am at right now, even though I really don't like that they're going to be putting another trailer in, I don't have to go move out this second. So for me to take the time to go get the land, get the, modular that she likes, put onto it, it's all right, cool. I can walk away with more for my money at the end of the day than going the other way, and it just kind of is what it is.
Would you still be going the same direction with the loan that you were thinking about?
I'm gonna be honest, probably not. Some of the areas that we are looking at, the land is cheap enough that I'm just gonna take part of my down payment and a small personal loan and be done paying the land off in 5 years, 4 years. Treat it like a car payment, basically.
Yeah.
It can I go in there and save myself a bit of money? Yes, but also like I'm not gonna try and throw numbers out just because I don't really think that that's like the best possible thing to do. Let's just say that the amount that would be financed to finish off everything would be the equivalent of buying like a mid 2010s Cummins. Just makes more sense to
Mhm.
go and be separate and then like first time
Yeah, it's
there's loan once you've got the deed for the land in hand and all that shit just
Yeah.
makes things so much fucking simpler. And as much as I
It
want to
does.
go do all that shit, I'm already signed up for a bunch more work. Um, the land that we're looking at, it when I say that it is like raw logged land, I mean it is like beautiful in the future, but I'm going to have a lot of work and a lot of planting to do if we buy this spot. Um, and then once trees go back in, right, like then maybe it makes sense to get it zoned as farmland or whatever and, go down that path, but until that point there ain't a point in doing that.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd almost would think of going farmland first before you put in the trees.
Possibly, but like when I say that they came in and logged this, I mean they logged from the road to like there's a couple of rows of trees in there, but it's very desolate and it looks weird. So
Gotcha.
I want to get a privacy area up before I start looking at doing any type of actual like layout to make them loggable in the future.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. Uh, you definitely don't want to be. Yeah.
I don't want to be chilling out on the hill and have that visible for everyone else to see.
Yes.
It's cool though because it's got rocks on this, and like the property is flat at the top, and then the down it leans down going towards the river. So you've got like if you were to carve a trail to the bottom, there's multiple rock ledges that you can go and drive up on the way up.
Yeah, that's always been a goal in life is to have a small rock course on property to test out whatever.
There's like two obstacles that are actually worth thinking about, but I'm just like excited about I want to go disappear, and that's part of the reason I haven't been in the group chat. I just have wanted to like interact with social media. Doing this tonight's been fun, but like this is the first major re-interaction with social media in a while. I've shared some shit on Instagram, but like I kind of casually will doom scroll it for
It's
like
fun.
20 minutes a day and then leave it alone at this point. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting to hit a point where I'm just fed up with getting fed ads, and it's really, really fucking pissing me off.
Oh yeah, yeah. They can. That's. I mean, it's everywhere you look, right? Everything you click on, there's an ad before you actually get to your content that you're looking for. So it just makes it more annoying to even just do the thing.
Well, no, it's like, all right, cool. I've got an ad block on my PC. I have an ad block through the VPN. I have an ad block on my phone. I have an ad block on everything else. But still, I'm seeing fucking ads on Facebook. I'm seeing, and it's like an Instagram, and it's just like, all right, what the fuck? Or like if the ad block is actually targeting the ads right, then it's like, all right, cool. It's gonna just be slow as shit. And it's also, I feel like social media has just kind of become like this vapid fucking cycle of just people screaming about random shit and being mad for like 2 or 3 weeks and then being over it, and it doesn't matter.
That's why all my feed is filled with guns, jeeps, off-road vehicles, and workouts, and the Lord. So
Mine's
Hell,
just sports and machining and Jeeps. Maybe a little bit of hunting in there.
now that I've started like not liking as much shit, mine started to like purge back to what my friends are doing, and so that's been cool. Um, but I have a little bit of everything in the feed, and I'm not like upset about that, but I'm just tired of the social media. Like I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Stellantis or whatever it is now is in trouble for fucking push serve ads in JLs and like newer
Oh
right.
yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah,
Wait,
wait,
they have
what?
ads inside of the vehicle?
Yeah, dude.
yeah, like on startup, I
Yep.
think, or something like
That's
that. And like when the when the
insane.
when the screen powers on, it's like advertising.
When the vehicle goes into park, they try and sell you a warranty. And like I'm just
Oh, I would sell it. I would sell my vehicle so fast.
I'm like having a moment where I'm like, Ted was right. Oh no. Fucking modern technology or modern horrors within my comprehension. Oh no. Um, dude,
If they can, they will.
What?
it's just the shameless nature of it too. Like, I get that it's rich because, we've ran ads and shit before, but like, we tried to keep them to like a minute out of, an hour and a half thing. And Richie, I would say we did a pretty good job of that, right? Or two. So like, but there's a reason we're not, and we're not doing them anymore. So, like, uh, sorry for the ad tirade.
Luke's just mad about internet being internet.
Yeah.
Yes, Luke is becoming old man.
Yeah, we knew this
I think,
though.
I think we're all just becoming boomers slowly.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have what, an hour and a half, 2 hour episode,
Yeah.
and there'd be one ad, I think. Yeah, two tops. And they were easy to skip. Yeah.
yeah. Um, just
I'm
yeah.
getting old. I'm past my bedtime. I'm getting cranky.
It's
On
only
that,
9 o'clock.
Oh
it's
man,
not.
I'm gonna go to bed at like 8 kind of guy because I get up at like 4.
Hey,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, I
You
gotta
right
be
do.
up
now,
at
this is
5,
cutting into my
so
gold
I
rush
feel
This
it.
time,
is something else.
I,
You
I,
know what
We're a
the
different.
every night I
We're
sit
built
down and I
different.
watch an
you
episode
want to
or
know what the
two of
highlight of
Gold
my
Rush,
week
and I
has
sit
been,
there, I'm
dude?
like, these
The
fucking
absolute
assholes, I could
pinnacle,
run
top fucking
this
point of my
equipment
week
better than all these
was
fucks.
making
I've never
bagels with
touched a
Morgan.
dozer before.
So like, yeah, I'm getting old.
You might be. You're definitely boomer status. an old. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, homemade bagels hit different. She's been on a
Oh, I believe
massive
that.
bread kick, and like now she's looking into sourdough. And
I was about to ask.
oh no, the cottage core denial is fucking hilarious because I'm not into cottage core. Hey,
The
look at
cottage
this
core.
little like farmhouse decor. I want to get this, and I really think it would go good in this house that we're looking at. And I'm like, great. Uh, once we get the land, should I just start preparing for the goats?
Sure.
The goats, the chickens, the what's after that? You know, you get into cows, pigs.
I will be taking a deer with a Draco just to piss someone off.
No balls, you won't.
Don't no balls me on that. That's a losing proposition.
Yeah,
No balls.
exactly. Why would you do that? I mean, he's gonna do it.
Because he's
It's
more
not a
likely to do it now. Because
It
he'll
yeah.
actually
wasn't
just go and do it.
unlikely. It wasn't unlikely before. The biggest
It was.
holdup has been the land. No, like,
It's still gonna happen.
Don't get
it's
goats.
definitely going to happen, and then I will send you pictures of it with a
Mhm.
shitbag Draco that was probably bought from a police auction or police seizure auction on a deer.
Yeah,
Um,
Nice.
boy.
Nice.
someone
Oh,
has
since we're divulging this far,
yeah,
who has been lifting? Has anybody been getting back to lifting weights or running or
I
doing
run.
anything physical activity?
I run
went
and
for a hike.
bike.
Yes, do it.
Do it.
I've been
Dude,
slacking a little bit. It's still here and there.
I need to get back to it because I was going really well for a really long period of time, and then I just got away from it and like kind of had
Mhm.
everything devolve. And now I'm like trying to get I've been trying to go and be outside more, less of the lifting and more just time spent outside. But
Yeah.
as we get into winter, there's no excuse for me to go and sit around the house
Me and the
when the
Well,
wife
gym
were
is
talking about
too.
getting a gym
currently the
membership
north
to
is
try to get in
closed
better shape.
since it's became winter. It's
That's a
not going to go
lie.
above. It's going to
That's a
be
lie.
it's what do you mean?
You could just go outside. It's cold, but you have clothes.
I do, but you know what else is really nice? Going to the gym and just lifting heavy objects.
I understand. Why
Speaking,
don't you come help me next time I need to drag a deer a quarter mile out?
no, thank you. That requires me to drive across the state.
In a foot and a half of snow.
No, thank you.
That was
That's funny.
fucking rough. It's not just one. It was two. And
Yeah,
it's
that
dead
sounds
weight.
like a lot of work. A lot of
It
work,
was a lot of work.
but that's good cardio at the end of the day.
Oh god, I was sweating ass off. I had to stop.
In
Mhm.
the snow when you're sweating your ass off, that's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit 2 PRs yesterday, so that was sweet.
Fuck
I'm proud
yeah,
of you.
Thanks.
Good work.
Thank you. Squatted 315 for 5 and deadlifted 365 for 4.
fuck yeah.
Solid.
So
Very,
that
very
was sweet.
solid.
That was sweet. Thanks.
That's fucking respectable as shit.
And I went for 400, 405 deadlift. Got it off the ground, but started to break form, so dropped it. That was on my story today.
Uh, probably a
I
good call
saw.
at that level of
I
weight.
saw.
Was so close. And if I didn't hit the 4 at 365, I definitely could have done the 405. But hey, next time.
Next time, indeed. But that's still fucking awesome, dude. I'm amped for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Really
That's
appreciate it. Like
exciting.
just locking in and just like lifting heavy stuff is fun. It's I haven't been like bulking and I haven't been cutting. I've just been kind of maintaining, but then also just eating enough protein. So I've been kind of cutting weight like fat, but gaining muscle at the same time. So I'm still, I think like 185, 190. And but
That's
still just
double body weight.
lifting a ton of weight compared to what I was before at 185, which is crazy.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's just
I
Also,
unfortunately need to bounce, boys.
take it easy. We're rapidly devolving anyway, so I'm
yeah,
probably going to just say on that note, well, guys, we're kind of back. Another episode in a couple of weeks. Life's been kind of busy, so that's why it was slow, and we look forward to hearing from y'all again. Take it easy and have a good night.
see ya.
Peace.
See ya, bitches.
All right.